good evening. Oh my god, I'm getting bitten. God damn it. It's fine, whatever. I think I've tried to record this particular video about 15 times today. But every time I go to record it, my mind is like racing with all the things that I want to say, and I can't get calm enough to get my point across in a articulate way. So, you're joining me tonight for a cacao, which is what we do basically every night. Today's the first day of the fire horse here, which is all of the things racy and exciting and scary and intimidating. But one thing that I'm picking up on collectively at the moment is this very intense shift in identity. I think that, well, I'm feeling that a lot of what people are experiencing right now is a question to who they are, what they believe, and how they're living their lives. And it's exhausting, straight up. I personally am not in that space. And if I am, I'm cruising. Just put it nicely, I guess. And I don't mean that in an egotistical way. I just mean that I've been changing my identity for more than 12 months now, so we're kind of used to it. But I feel like I can provide some sort of wisdom around this particular topic. Shifts in identity aren't easy. They're actually quite challenging. And they're challenging because when you have an energy come through that is questioning your way of being and the way that you live and the way that you see yourself and the way that you understand the world, it becomes really confusing. Because it's like, wait, who am I meant to be? What am I meant to do? What's the direction of my life? It's a lot, to be honest. And I remember experiencing that early last year and this like weird paradox of the way I was living my life and the way that I felt like my life was going. And if there's one thing that I know was really true for me in that time, it was that the more I trusted the unfolding of what was coming, the easier it was for me to glide through, because the more resistance that you have to whatever energy is coming through or whatever shift is coming into your life, because they happen, regardless of whether you believe in energy or not, they happen. And regardless of whether you have the awareness of them happening or not, they happen. The more that you breathe into that and kind of lean into it and just explore it, the easier it is to flow through the shifts, to be honest, and to welcome them too. Because it's like, well, this is a shift. What can it offer me? If it's nothing, great, move on through. If it is something, cool. But if there's one thing I say, it's don't be scared. Because if you were to go onto if you were to go on my page right now, my Instagram, and look at the photo of me last year and try and pick up on that energy, and then look at a photo of me now, or take what you're seeing right now, they're completely different people. And that's not to say that I didn't find it hard in the beginning with the shifts in my own identity. But the more that I realised that I was moving through layers of who I was and unpacking versions of myself that I didn't know existed, the easier it was to settle into them so that I could adjust where I was at. And I know it's a bit woo-woo, but that too in turn then was able to adjust the frequency I was sitting at. It was also easier for me to quiet the noise in my head too. Like, everything becomes a question. What do I like? What don't I like? What I want for my life? What don't I want for my life? What direction am I moving in? Is this the direction I'm meant to be moving in? Is the current direction I'm moving in the right one? Maybe, maybe not. But it's also really okay to question everything. And it's okay to question the life that you have and the human that you are, because you're not meant to stay the same in this life. You're meant to evolve, and you're meant to change, and you're meant to shift, and you're meant to let go of many layers of who you are as you grow. So be okay with where you are. Know that it's a moment in time that you'll move through. Stop and find the stillness where you can. And obviously everyone's life looks different. And if it's a couple of deep breaths before you get out the car to go to work, that's where it's at. If it's being really present and playing with the kids, that's where it's at. If it's really sitting in the seat of your soul during a yoga practice, that's mine. That's where it's at. And to remember that your breath is really powerful. Not no one, but I feel like people aren't really conscious of their breath at times. And I find it to be one of the most powerful things that I've tapped into along my journey. And it's helped me transform in many ways, but it's also really helped me calm my nervous system. So every time I feel out of sorts, that's where we go back to the breath. Whether it's for a couple of deep breaths, whether it's a breathwork class, whether it's laying in bed in the morning and just taking a few deep breaths and looking out the window before I start the day. But yeah, find the moments in your day where you can just have a few deep breaths and know that the version that you are in each day is okay to change. That person can change, and that's fine. Anyway, I'm going to go enjoy the rest of this. Probably get eaten alive by mosquitoes. And then go to bed. So, I hope you have had a great first day of the Firehorse. And go find your stillness. Okay. Love you. Bye.